A killer, lurking in the shadows, preying on the vulnerable, leaving bodies buried along the lonely shores of Long Island. For over a decade his identity remained unknown, a ghost, a phantom, hiding in plain sight. This is the horrifying true crime story of the Long Island serial killer, and the victims who were left behind. It all started with a search for a missing woman, Shannan Gilbert, a 24-year-old escort who had vanished 7 months earlier. But instead of finding her, they found something else. One body became 2, then 3, then 4. And soon, it became clear, this was the work of a serial killer. The first 4 victims had chilling similarities, all young women, all escorts who advertised on Craigslist, all found wrapped in burlap sacks. Whoever the killer was, he targeted the vulnerable, and he knew how to cover his tracks. But then, the killer called one of the victims' families. He called Melissa Barthelomy's little sister multiple times, taunting her, laughing at her pain. Police traced the calls, but they always came from busy locations, never leading to a suspect. This wasn't just a killer. This was a predator who enjoyed the game. More bodies, more questions. Who is Lisk? As police expanded their search, they uncovered 6 more bodies scattered along Ocean Parkway. Some had been there for years, but these new victims were different. Some of the remains belonged to women who had vanished decades ago. Others were only partial remains, suggesting they had been moved from other locations. The mystery of the Long Island serial killer had just gotten darker. Theories and suspects. A killer hiding in plain sight? For years, theories ran wild. Was the killer a local? A cop? A businessman with a dark secret? In 2023, after over a decade of investigations, police finally made an arrest. Rex Heuermann was charged with the murders of 3 of the victims. But was he the only killer? Was there a cover-up? Could more bodies be hidden, waiting to be found? The legacy of fear. Is Lisk still out there? Even with an arrest, the full truth of the Long Island serial killer may never be known. Are there more victims? More secrets waiting to be uncovered? One thing is certain, the ghosts of Gilgo Beach are still waiting for justice. Closing the unsolved mystery. What do you think? Was Rex Heuermann the only killer? Or is the real Long Island serial killer still out there? Watching? Waiting? Some nightmares never end. On-screen text. Like, share, subscribe for more chilling true crime mysteries.